If you're brand new to iPad or iPad Pro and want to know the absolute basics about how to navigate around the home screen and how to interact with apps, then watch this now to start your knowledge boost. iPad OS is the system software on the iPad Pro used to control all its main functions. It's been designed to make the user experience intuitive so that once you become familiar with its features, it becomes an essential companion to your life. I'm going to show you the absolute basics to get you up and running with using an iPad. Whilst it may seem daunting, once you get started, trust me, it becomes second nature. When you find these tips helpful, press the like button and hit subscribe to see more in the iPad Pro tips series. The home screen is the first page you see when you turn your iPad on. It's the base of operations. Normally, all your most frequently used apps are here, so you have the quickest access to them. When you download a few more, it will fill up the home screen, and they will be placed on the next page, and then the next, and so on. Apps can be grouped together in a folder, helpful for keeping apps of one theme together. And stay tuned, as I'm going to show you how to do that later. At the bottom of the home screen is the dock. The dock allows you to instantly access your most important apps whilst in an app, which is useful when multitasking. On the left side of this dividing line are the 5 apps that Apple think you will use the most, and these can be customized. On the right side are suggested or recent apps. An app may be suggested if iPadOS thinks you will want to use it, determined by your past usage. An app you have just used will remain here as you may want to use it again. So look at these 3 apps on the recent side. When I open the Twitter app and then come out of it, it is now showing in recent. You can access the dock from any app you're in. To do this, slide a finger up from the bottom edge of the screen until the dock appears, then release immediately. Through using your iPad, you're going to end up with many apps open at the same time, which is absolutely fine. To see exactly which apps you have open, swipe up from the bottom edge of the screen and pause in the center. To do this on an iPad with a home button, just double click the home button. Don't worry if you can see many apps in the app switcher, because almost all don't use any computing or battery power, as they are effectively suspended until you switch to using them. To quit an app, open the app switcher by swiping up from the bottom edge of the screen and pausing in the center. Then swipe up on the app. The Control Center panel provides a shortcut to frequently used settings and controls, such as brightness, volume, and Bluetooth. This saves you the trouble of searching for them in the Settings app. To display Control Center, swipe down from the top right corner of the iPad screen. This works on the home screen and in apps. You can easily add and remove different features to Control Center. Let's add alarm, as I regularly need alarm calls. Launch Settings. Select Control Center, then Customize Controls. Next to Alarm, press the plus button next to it. It will now appear in Control Center. If you want to remove an item, select the minus button. The Today view shows you key information from your favorite apps on the home screen using widgets. This can include news headlines and stock prices. When in horizontal mode, the Today view is visible from the left side. When in portrait mode, you can bring up the Today view by swiping from left to right. You can customize the information used by selecting widgets. Open the Today view, swipe up so you reach the bottom, then tap Edit. Use the plus button to add a widget to your Today view. Press the minus button to remove it. To change the order of a widget, press the Reorder button, then drag it to a new position. Now we can see the Kindle widget on the Today view. If you're download happy, you will soon find that you have accumulated a home screen filled with apps. This can mean more work for you, as you struggle to remember which page an app is on. There is an easier way. You can create folders to group your apps. All you need to do is tap and hold your finger on an app. A quick actions menu appears, but you can ignore it and keep holding until all the apps start to jiggle. Alternatively, you can tap and hold your finger on an app until this Quick Actions menu appears. Then select Edit Home Screen and all the apps start to jiggle. Then drag the app onto another app and let go. A folder will be created with both apps inside. the iPad will automatically name the folder to match the category of the apps. While still in this jiggle mode, you can rename the folder by tapping in the name field and typing. Once a folder has been created, you can rename it by tapping and holding until the quick action menu appears and selecting rename. To delete a folder, you have to first drag out each of the apps inside. When the last one is removed, it will delete itself. To delete an app, tap and hold your finger on it until the quick actions menu appears. Select delete app. Alternatively, you can tap and hold your finger on it until it starts to jiggle, then press the X on the top left corner. To launch an app, tap it once. To return to the home screen, swipe up from the bottom edge of the screen all the way up. Congratulations! You now have a great base understanding of how to use your iPad Pro. Now go try these tips out for yourself.